Listen, so it looked like we're gonna have to break down this new Doc Rivers giveaway. Like it seemed like he has such a loving heart, and he wants to have some type of charity going on. We're gonna have to break this down. And LeBron James answers the biggest question, I would say, in the NBA. Man, let's talk about that and so much more here on the Best of Seven Sports Talk. I am ready to rock and roll, boys and girls. Shout out to the NBA community. Let's start the damn intro. My. I really got to talk to the bosses, bro. Shout out to the NBA community. What is going on? How does this happen? I don't think I've ever seen a head coach within a month go from being a TV analyst for this game of basketball to being a head coach in the All-Star game within a month. Really? My God, bro. Give it up to the NBA. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is insane. Doc Rivers, the Milwaukee Bucks head coach. I really got to talk to the bosses. It hasn't been a month that Doc Rivers was just calling damn games on TV. And he's already the head coach in the All-Star game. Bro. The NBA does it again. Doc Rivers and his staff will be coaching the Eastern Conference 2024 NBA All-Star Game. Give it up for Doc Rivers raping the NBA. Has he even won yet this season? What he won last night was his first time winning. Thanks to Giannis, box office performance. Come on, man. Doc Rivers started this thing off, 0-2. He just got hired as the Milwaukee Bucks head coach, man. If Adrian Griffin wasn't going to be the head coach, then you got to go to the next in line, but not this type of replacement. This is insane. I don't even know how the hell Doc Rivers got the job of the Milwaukee Bucks in the first place. Why would Giannis even buy in on that? Because this team, we don't measure until April, May, potentially June. And what has Doc Rivers' track record been in those months, gang? What has Doc Rivers' record been in those months? Y'all know he is the worst head coach in the postseason, bro. The record just shows that, man. And I just never understood that decision. And now I'm seeing that Doc Rivers was named the head coach of the Eastern Conference 2024 All-Star team. But it doesn't stop there. This right here blew my mind. I mean, I am literally scratching my head right now, NBA community. Shout out to you guys. Make sure y'all smash that like button as you come into this live chat. Now, Doc Rivers says he plans to give the All-Star game ring and bonus to Adrian Griffin. My God. So let me get this straight. You take this man's job after he got absolutely no fair deal, a job you, to me, don't deserve, and then you want to give a charity of money in an all-star ring like he's struggling, like he broke, and some type of souvenir? Really? Bro, I'm sorry. This is the most disrespectful notion that I've seen from an NBA head coach in a long time, maybe in NBA history. Bruh, what the hell do you think Adrian Griffin wants with your charity, Doc Rivers? First of all, I don't even know how, again, I don't know how in the hell the NBA gave Doc Rivers the opportunity to be the head coach in this All-Star game. But if Doc Rivers, if you feel like he would deserve the ring if y'all win, then why you even taking the position? Why don't you just decline coaching in the All-Star game? We know that's not going to happen because your staff is a dream to them. They the guys that worked hard all damn season. So all these great things are falling in the lap of Doc Rivers, and now he's trying to definitely, level up his PR by telling Adrian Griffin that he plans on giving him the All-Star ring and a bonus. You got to win first, Doc. You got to win first. And the Eastern Conference is not beating the Western Conference in this All-Star game. That's number one. Let's start there. Let's start right there. And y'all ain't got Joel Embiid? No. It's a wrap for y'all. So, I am just like amazed how all of this is transpired. And then you have the nerve to want to be a charity case. Adrian, this is a slap in the face. This is another slap in the face. Because the way Adrian Griffin went out, the way the Bucks allow AG to go out, the way Giannis allow AG to go out, he may not ever get another head coaching job ever again. He went through 14 interviews before finally getting the head coaching job of the Milwaukee Bucks. 41 games into this season, they were third in the NBA as far as record, and they fired this guy. Now, I'm not really tripping that they fired him. We done seen this before, and Giannis got his hands and name written all over this. I don't want to hear anything else different. Giannis definitely had to sign off on this. I believe Giannis initiated this, but I'm not mad at Giannis for initiating nor signing off. The way this guy looked, the way they made him look like he was a problem. He wasn't a player's coach. He wouldn't listen. He wanted things to be all about him, and he wasn't proven to some guys that was champions. The way they made him look walking out the door, it's going to be hard for this guy to fall back into a position that he was just recently in. I'm going to be very surprised if Adrian Griffin gets a head coaching job for the next 2 to 3 seasons. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I think the way they made him look was really bad. And for you to now offer him this, something that he probably deserved. Come on, bro. You're not doing him no justice, Doc. You saying this to me lets me know and lets the NBA community know that this was all wrong. This was dirty from the start. Of course, you want the gig, but why would you offer this to this man unless you know that he was violated? And guilty by association, you got something to do with it. So this really tripped me out. And Doc Rivers had the audacity to offer this. First of all, it's not a win, I don't believe, for the Eastern Conference. But even if you was to win, and even if you had this offering, you think that's going to make AG feel better? The way he looked in this whole situation? He might slap Doc Rivers if you try to offer him a ring and some bonus money. Really? Doc Rivers is like 1-3 or 1-2 as a head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. He came in losing his first 2 games, and I believe he just won his first game last night, thanks to Giannis' 40-something plus performance. Doc Rivers being able to be the head coach of the Eastern Conference just is ridiculous. I have never in my life, I am 45 years old. I have been watching the game of basketball at least since definitely 1988. Since 1988, I have never, ever seen someone on television go from being a damn analyst to the coach in the All-Star game in 30 days. Unbelievable. I don't know what Doc Rivers got on the NBA. I don't know what is going on. But it is insane to me that Doc Rivers not only has this job, but he has now been announced as the head coach in the Eastern Conference. And he's only won one, like, bruh, really? I've never seen this happen in my life. And again, total slap in the face to offer Adrian Griffin the All-Star ring and the bonus. The Eastern Conference is not going to win. There's going to be no Embiid in this All-Star game. You know that, right? Doc Rivers does it again, boys and girls. I got to talk to the bosses, bro. This is just ridiculous. ESPN dropped their top 10 players of all time. Let's talk about it. When I see top 10 lists, y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. When I see top 10 lists, what am I going for directly? What am I looking for directly? Number one and number two. Where do you got LeBron? That's all I really care about. And here we go again. ESPN continues to disrespect LeBron James, putting Michael Jordan at number one. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But they got Michael at one, LeBron at two, Kareem at three. Interesting. Bill Russell at four. Really interesting to me. Okay, they got Magic rounding out at five. Wilt six. Larry Bird seven. Tim Duncan 8, Kobe Bryant 9, and Shaquille O'Neal number 10. My God. I mean, maybe I need to get another television. Maybe I have been watching the wrong game of basketball. ESPN need to be ashamed of themselves with this. Kobe is better than Tim Duncan. Kobe is greater than Tim Duncan. Kobe is better. I'm putting Kobe above Larry Bird too. I am putting Kobe Bryant above Tim Duncan and Larry Bird. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Tell me why Larry Bird should go above Kobe Bryant. When you look at the overall body of work, when you look at the drama, when you look at the moments, when you look at everything, Larry Bird definitely helped change the culture of basketball, breathe life back into this league with the assistance of Magic Johnson. Larry Bird, one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen in like all time. If you are my age playing with Larry Bird back in the day with video games, it was money. Every shot is money. Larry Bird is that guy. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not putting Larry Bird above Kobe. I've seen too much. I've watched all of Larry's career. I've watched all of Kobe's career. I'm putting Kobe above Larry. I'm putting Kobe above Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is the real deal, but look at that. That is a system. That is a system in San Antonio. You're not going to convince me that Tim Duncan is walking away with 4 or 5 championships if he plays somewhere else. You're not going to, I'm not sold on that one. Not at all. Would Tim Duncan be a champion in another organization? Absolutely. Hall of Famer, first ballot. He is that dude. That was coming out of Wake Forest. Tim Duncan has always been that guy. But Tim Duncan's career would it have been without being in that system under the guys that he had around him. He was the most important factor, no doubt about that. But, all of that stuff count. Salute to my dog, Hank, in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Sports Game Vision here on YouTube. My dog, Hank, be getting it popping. But I'm putting Kobe above Larry Bird and Tim Duncan. Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, and Bill Russell. I mean, we can argue that. We can debate that. Their greatness is kind of overwhelming. And me personally, I think Magic is the greatest Laker of all time. So I probably would put Magic above Kobe. So people might say, well, how you put Kobe above Larry Bird, but not Magic? Kobe did a lot for the Lakers. Kobe is the Lakers' baby. But Showtime Lakers, Magic Johnson engineered a standard that's basically the generational standard for the Lakers organization. Everybody goes in with the expectation of winning. And that is definitely partially or initially to me, based off of the Showtime Lakers. I know they have success before Magic, but I just feel like Magic and Kareem and them really initiated that culture of a winning organization in LA. And that's why expectations are so high for everybody that comes into the NBA, LeBron James included. And so I got a lot of respect for Magic versus the Kobe Bryant conversation, but they really disrespected Kobe. And Shaquille O'Neal in the top 10. Where's Akeem Olajuwon at? Like, ESPN is just dirty for this. They love the Lakers more than I do, apparently. I don't know if I agree. I don't really agree with anything on this top 10. I don't know about y'all, but I don't agree with anything on this top 10. Y'all know I damn sure ain't got Michael over LeBron, so that's wrong. Kareem at 3 may be the only thing that I may not debate or argue with on this chart when it comes to ESPN's top 10. Bill Russell being number 4 all time? No. I have to look at the level of competition, who these guys were facing night in and night out. Like, bro, nah. Bill Russell was definitely ahead of his time. He put the work in. But a lot of these guys were ahead of. So he's not the only one that was ahead of his time and put the work in. And the level of competition, I think, was just greater. So I don't know about Bill Russell being number 4. I do have Magic over Bird. So this is iffy by ESPN. I don't know what y'all think about this one, but I'm not rocking with ESPN when we talking about this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Then of course we got LBJ. LeBron James basically asking or answering the question that's going to be heard around the world. This question is not really going to go away. We know how it goes when we talk about LeBron James' contract season. For those that don't know, LeBron James could be potentially in his final season with the Lakers. He has a player option at the end of the summer. In the summer, he could walk. And he could also remain. I doubt if he signed an extension with the Lakers before the season is over. That never has been LeBron's jacket. But he was asked by the media if he knows what he's going to do with this contract option for the Lakers this summer. And LeBron just flat out said no. Now, do I believe LeBron? I believe that LeBron knows what he's doing, but doesn't know where he's going. LeBron over his career has dealt with this similar scenario or situation before, in his contract year. A lot of questions throughout the season. Where are you going? Are you staying? He's dealt with that. He's always made it seem like he doesn't know until the last minute. But he's just very well he's too savvy to not know, what he's doing. And the people around him, he everything is always positioned. You'll see the kids go to school somewhere and then he'll open a business this place and that place, and it kind of give you hints of what he's thinking about doing. But I don't believe that LeBron James honestly knows if he's going to remain with the Lakers or not after this season. I believe that he knows right now if the Lakers need more to win a championship or not. I think he knows if he has what it takes to get another championship this season. I think the reality of that has kicked in, even though the Lakers have been playing well over these last 2-3 games. But as far as leaving, I don't think he knows, because he wants to play with Bronny very well a lot. Bronny, I'm not sold that he's going to make it in the league next year. Unless he want to take the identity of a defender, I don't know if Bronny will be in the NBA next year. Bookie say LeBron is overrated. Damn sure ain't top 5. Dude has played more than Hall of Famers and top 75 players ever. A lot of people are down on LeBron because of the longevity. They feel like his greatness have come because of how long he's played the game. But I think he's just undecisive about what he's going to do in the summer. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he feels like if LeBron wants to put himself in position to win a championship, he says get traded to the New York Knicks. To me, and Stephen A. Smith knows more basketball than me, but that to me makes absolutely no sense. Because you're not saying sign with the New York Knicks as a free agent. If you're talking about a trade, then that means New York is going to have to give up something that they currently have. And New York, in my opinion, is building something nice off of everything that they got. And LeBron James substituting or you switching out something that you're building a culture with LeBron for the Knicks doesn't make sense because LeBron is not going to be around but for so long. So you are kind of messing up your foundation of what you're trying to build as a culture in New York. It has been working. They haven't gotten over the hump. I still feel like the Knicks definitely need more pieces, but LeBron James has to be like icing on the cake. You can't afford to, get rid of your foundation for LeBron. I know some people feel like, well, you could swap out Julius Randle for LeBron, but I don't feel like, even though Julius is a good player, he's been a pivotal player, good and bad for the Knicks. I don't think he makes the needle turn or the wheel turn when we talk about the potential success of the New York Knicks. I think Jalen Brunson got a nice grip on the direction of this team, along with the supporting cast that he got. LeBron would be a nice fit to be in New York, big marketplace. We see how LeBron plays in Madison Square Garden, but I don't think that will really be enough, for LeBron James to be in New York and winning something. And then I don't know, New York has been playing too well to be positioned to draft Bronny James. So what purpose does it fit LeBron to go to the Knicks? I think number one, he potentially messes up their chemistry. Number two, it can't be really about playing in a big market. If it's not New York, Los Angeles is the biggest market in the United States of America. And he has the opportunity to stay. Jeannie and them is going to, roll out the red carpet for LeBron to stay. So LeBron is, and he's had a taste of this in Miami. So he's played in big markets before. And he's won in big markets. He's played in small markets and he's won in small markets. But I don't think that's enough for LeBron to just change his family just to go and live in New York. LeBron will probably want to win. And I don't think this constructed Knicks with LeBron is cool. But if we talking trade, don't make no sense to me. Not at all. It would make more sense to me to see LeBron somewhere like OKC or Cleveland. If we're talking trades, depending on who they give up, because you might can still keep a Jared Allen or you might can still keep an Evan Mobley along with Donovan Mitchell. That's a nice little foundation that you would have in Cleveland. If he was to go to OKC, more than likely you would still have Chet and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So you're not going to have a major impact on their future and what they're trying to build. So him going to OKC would be good. Even if he went to Golden State, him getting the opportunity to try it one time with Steph Curry, I don't think would be a bad thing. But, the New York Knicks, I think we should have been having a conversation about LeBron and the Knicks a long time ago, before this whole Lakers experiment even happened. I think that's when the reality should have been when we had a conversation about LBJ and, the Knicks. But Stephen A. Smith, he feel like this will put LeBron in a position to win joining that squad. I don't know what y'all think about that, but definitely let me know in the comment section. I was checking out Rudy Gobert's comments on not making the all-star roster. Shout out to Rudy Gobert getting mad out here in these streets. So Rudy he tried to take it light. Good PR move. He didn't show a lot of emotion, but this had to hurt because Minnesota has been one of the best teams, if not the best team in the Western Conference for the duration of the season so far. And since day one, Rudy Gobert has been locked in. Even in the preseason, if you look at some of the preseason games of the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert has been a monster on the defensive side of the basketball court all year. He's having an outstanding season. He did not make the All-Star team this season. And he says, at my Hall of Fame speech, I'll be able to joke about how many times I got to enjoy some extra vacation because I got snubbed for the All-Star game. So he took a L this year when we talk about picks and selections. I wish I had actually the team available because I don't know who's he going to replace. And I believe this season they're going by conference and they're going by position. So who are you going to replace? That's just my only thing. I felt like Wembanyama, even though the San Antonio Spurs have having a terrible season, I felt like because Wemby to me is so box office, how do you have an All-Star game without Wembanyama? So to me, it's a biased pick, but I feel like Wemby is the big man that really should be in the All-Star game. Rudy Gobert definitely playing like an All-Star. And I feel like he definitely deserves the spot. But again, who you going to take out for him? He's too much of a liability on the offense. And the All-Star game, even though it doesn't mean much, it's an offensive game. Rudy Gobert, I don't believe he can have impact in an All-Star game, but it'll be in the fourth quarter. It'll be towards the end. And in an All-Star game, boys and girls, what are the chances of Rudy Gobert being on the basketball court in the fourth quarter? Because he can't get you a basket. He could damn sure help stop the other team from getting one. But you're talking about the All-Stars of the Eastern Conference. Somebody's going to get a bucket. You're going to need to have some guys out there in the fourth quarter that can get another bucket. Rudy Gobert, I don't think his impact is going to be real instrumental on this All-Star team this season. But I don't know. I don't want to take nothing away from him because he has been playing great and out of his mind. But it's interesting. But I like the way that he didn't take it personal. But what can you say? Big Hank said he'd have to replace Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, or Nikola Jokic. And that's what I was thinking. I was wondering, did Cat make the All-Star team this season, his teammate? You know how Cat has been playing better on both ends of the basketball court? That's just the difference. It's unfortunate for Rudy Gobert that he's more of a liability than an asset on the offensive end. That's just that's just how it's going. It is what it is, unfortunately. His teammate, Karl Anthony Towns, who may not be as impactful on defense as Rudy, gives you a little bit more offensively. We just watched him drop 60-something points the other night. You think we ever going to get a 60-point performance from Rudy Gobert? Ever? No way. They're not even going to allow him to shoot the ball that many times. That's just not even his game. So he's not going to be able to replace his teammate. He damn sure not going to be able to replace Anthony Davis or Nikola Jokic. So he's an elite defender. But if he's looking to be, accredited and stuff like that, I think he's definitely going to have to work on some offense. He's getting old, but he's going to have to find a shot. He's going to have to find something. He's going to have to make a way. He's going to have to make a way offensively if he's looking to be in these conversations. I don't know if it's too late, but that's just what it's going to have to be. The game, the NBA community is loving scoring entirely too much. Dallas is showing some interest, y'all, in Miles Bridges. Kyrie, Luka, and Miles Bridges in Dallas. What do y'all think about that trio? Are we rocking with it? I actually I like it if Luka is willing to be patient. If Luka is willing to be patient and these guys buy in, I think they can do something with that. If you have this right here, all you need really is good role players and rim protection. Miles Bridges is a good defender and he can get you a bucket. You all already know how I feel about Kyrie Irving, and Luka is a dog. I actually like this move. It's not a big three. It's not a three that was going to get you a championship. They're going to definitely need more help. But I love the start of that. But Luka would have to understand that it won't be success overnight. It still may take them another 2-3 years to get it done with Miles Bridges. Is Luka willing to wait that long in Dallas, or is Luka going to get impatient in Dallas? That would be the $1,000,000 question. But if Luka was to buy in and understand that this would still continue to be a process a little bit, I believe Kyrie Irving would follow. I think that the writing is on the wall for Kyrie, that he knows that even though he's a great player, one of the best point guards in the league, the desire to have him under contract is not going to be that great for a lot of teams that are contenders right now, unless they was able to get him for cheap. So his best bet maybe is to try to ride this thing out with Luka overall. And like I said, Miles Bridges, he definitely brings something to the table for this team. So it would be all about Luka if he will be willing to continue to buy into the process and if he will be willing to stay in Dallas. I think this will be a good start for them to really, try to get past that Western Conference Finals round. So I actually like this move. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Miles Bridges potentially landing the spot with the Dallas Mavericks. Speaking of Luka, JJ Redick said Luka and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has played as well as any guard, not for stretches, but for the season. Has there been any better guard than those two besides Jalen Brunson? I gotta agree with JJ. These guys have been playing out of mind. Out of mind. I've liked Tyrese Halliburton before the in-season tournament. I know I've had a lot of debates with people trying to tell me that he's like a top point guard in the NBA. I tried to tell y'all he's not. And he's kind of struggled as of late. Damian Lillard. I still feel like Damian Lillard is definitely one of the top 3, top 4 point guards in the league. This season doesn't necessarily tell you so because of numbers and everything, but I can't just overnight disqualify what I've been watching from a guy. I know the All-Star game is about this year, but when I've watched a guy be in the All-Star game or starting in the All-Star game for 6, 7 straight years, that's solidified to me. Unless he just has a horrible season or a injury, I believe his spot should definitely be solidified in the All-Star game. We should always have Steph Curry starting in the All-Star game. I feel like Dame should also, maybe not a starter. This is his first opportunity, but Dame has been talking about him having a lot to deal with off the basketball court that people don't know about. He says, when I hoop, I ain't thinking about nothing. People say that, but I'm not 21. I got 3 children. I'm tight with my family, and I'm going through a divorce. So Dame had revealed some things that I know I personally didn't know that he was kind of going through along with this transition of Portland and Milwaukee. We got my brother Hank from Sports Game Vision in the building. Hank, did you know about Dame going through a divorce and maybe all these other things he might be having behind the scenes going on?
Yeah, the divorce part was put out there right during the trade in the first week or so. So I knew
Okay.
about that. I think we talked about it briefly on my channel, and I feel like that's a lot to go through. To deal with the new transition to a whole nother state, a whole nother team. It's a lot.
Playing a whole nother role because you was the leader with the Trailblazers. You're kind of deferring a little bit to Giannis in Milwaukee,
Yep,
you
and
know.
the pressure of the spotlight now that the spotlight is different from Portland to Milwaukee because Milwaukee is a champion already and Giannis is a superstar, so that puts even more pressure on you.
Then you had your head coach fired. Now you got Doc Rivers. It's a lot. It's
Yep,
a lot.
his former coach left. We don't know why. Remember, he was an assistant coach there.
Yep, yep. Really interesting uh, words from Damian Lillard. I didn't realize that he was going through a divorce and all that, but he still found a way, to produce, if you want to call it that. He's starting in the All-Star game for the first time.
Mhm.
Milwaukee got the win last night thanks to Giannis's big time performance. What's your thoughts, bro, on Doc Rivers being named the head coach along with his staff of the Milwaukee Bucks as the All-Star coach for the Eastern Conference?
Man, I don't know if you saw the inside the NBA with the Shaq and them. They was cracking up. That's the same way I was cracking up. Like, really, he gets to be the head coach of the All Star team in like 3 games. He hasn't proven anything yet. I mean, the team has, but he hasn't. That's crazy to me to jump straight from the booth. Like I heard you over say that into the All Star game season.
Within 30 days, we've watched this
Right.
dude call games on TV to becoming the All-Star game head coach.
Yep.
Have we ever seen that in any sport in history?
I can't think of any. I'm sure there's something close, but not this one. This 3 games. I'm
That's
sure
how I
that
don't.
happened maybe within 15, 20 games, something like that. But 3?
That's why I feel like this is ridiculous to me, because I'm just like, bro, you come into this thing going 0-2. I think that he just won his first game last night.
Yeah.
What the hell has Doc Rivers got on the NBA and Adam Silver, yo? What does he have in his pocket, bro? Because this is just highway robbery, bro.
It's the way the league is set up. I'm sure it's a rule for the All-Star game to put the top team in that conference as the head coach. That's probably what it is. But with the circumstances they're in, it's like Adrian Griffin should be the coach during the All-Star game, sort of like what is it with Matt when they voted Magic in the All-Star game and all that. He
Yep.
wasn't even in the league. So Griffin probably should get that spot and Doc just kind of sit it out, but that's not going to happen. He should get the purse or something.
No, this is a slap in the face. You see this, Hank. Doc Rivers playing to give the All-Star game ring and bonus to Adrian Griffin. First of all, if you don't have Embiid, you're not winning. The Eastern Conference has already lost this damn game. I don't know what Doc Rivers is talking about, but just hypothetically, you done got this. You done took this man's job, and you really think that giving this man the All-Star game ring and the purse, if you guys were to win it, would mean something to AG? That ain't no slap in the face to you, Hank.
It is, but it ain't. I ain't gonna be mad. Like that purse be 6 figures or 7. You ain't gonna be mad at that, is you, 7?
I might keep the bag if it's 6 figures and 7 figures, but I'm gonna slap Doc Rivers in the face with it. I'm gonna swing on him with the bag, bro, because this is ultimate disrespect, bro. Because first of all, if you are offering this sentiment to me, what type of charity is this? You know that I've been violated. You know that somewhere down the pipeline this wasn't right. That's why you're offering this to me. You know this wasn't right. And if you really feel some type of way about it, why take the position? Not necessarily the head coaching position. Why not turn down the head coaching all-star option? But you're not going to do that because you got the Milwaukee Bucks staff who's really been working hard all season, the ones who really deserve it.
They
They're going to
deserve
want
it.
to go.
They
Yeah, so
definitely deserve it.
you don't want to take that away from them, and I think that's what it's about. But offering AG the All-Star game ring and a bonus, I mean, I know it's probably decent money, but that's a damn slap in the face. And if Adrian Griffin has a problem with Doc Rivers, I don't think that type of sentiment would help. Like,
And
I'm
now
just
that
trying to
you now
put
that you
yourself
mention
in
it,
Adrian Griffin's shoes. I don't think that he would feel that.
now that you
Respectfully.
mention it though, 7, like if Doc did turn it down, he is kind of punishing the staff. You like you're saying, they're getting money too. They're going to get some money off going to the All-Star game as well. So it's probably the right decision to accept it, but it's still a slap in the face of Adrian Griffin.
This sentiment, this charity offer should not have been done by Doc Rivers. I would have preferred Doc Rivers to go on the public, because he always running his mouth, and just speak highly of Adrian Griffin. Try to give him a referral. Shed some good light on Adrian Griffin. The way AG went out of Milwaukee, it's going to be so hard for him to get another head coaching job. So if you really care, if you know that this guy was done wrong, Say something to, you know, help
Lift his name up.
his perception. Because Milwaukee as an organization can't do nothing with you because of what you say out your mouth. They not, if you was to give him an alley oop, they wouldn't fire you. You're Doc Rivers. You got too much cachet. They might not like it, but it wouldn't be about nothing. But this right here, bro, and it's gonna be so hard for this guy to get another head coaching job. He had 14 interviews before this Milwaukee game, this Milwaukee gig. He had this team in third place after 41 games. He loses his job. And we done seen that happen before. So I'm not really mad that again that he lost his job. But the perception of who he was, the way they allowed that to happen, like he's a problem guy. He's not a player's coach. You know, he doesn't listen. He think he runs his own ship with guys that's won. That's a bad look for a black coach that has never coached before. So if Doc Rivers care, find another way to show some support. This right here was bogus to me. I didn't like this.
One thing about it too, though. Number one, hopefully Doc called him before he tried to take the job, was I think he had a relationship with him. They did that for Doc when he got fired for the Clippers, and Ty Lue called him before he took the job. And number two, Adrian Griffin might need the bread. Doc got a lot of money from his positions in Boston and the Clippers and Orlando. He stacked up a lot of millions and M's. And of course, right now he's getting what is he? He's getting 12, 16 million or something right now. So that money for Adrian Griffin might mean a lot. He's still gonna be mad, but it still might mean a lot to get that money.
But that's my whole point, Hank. I'm looking at a bigger picture. If money is needed, what do you think is more important to Adrian Griffin and his family? This purse or his contract?
His contract.
Being employed as a head coach, long-term money, generational wealth money in a sense. The Milwaukee Bucks shut that down for this guy. This
I don't
purse
know.
that
the NBA does guarantee contracts. They usually have to pay out the coaches, so he might still get his bag.
He may still get his bag, but you know, players and coaches are different. You could, depending on what type of contract you got as a player, you could be set depending on how you living in one contract. Coaches, I'm assuming they need a couple contracts to live an elite type of lifestyle, depending on who you are. I believe even one contract, they still living good and eating good, but it's not, you know, for you to be living like that. I would assume that head coaches would need to, you know, kind of lock in with more than one contract. And I just feel like, bro, the opportunity for him to get more contracts is out the window. So I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts and opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Doc Rivers becoming the head coach in the Eastern Conference All-Star game, as well as giving his All-Star game ring and bonus if he wins to former Milwaukee Bucks head coach Adrian Griffin. I don't even want to get into that. Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is elected to undergo season-ending surgery on his foot. So there will be no Laker Zach LaVine type of relationship situation going down this season at least. What's your thoughts, bro, on Zach opting to take the surgery? And what do you think the future is for both him and the Bulls?
You know why he's getting the surgery, right?
I'm not sure, because it's just like, I thought you wanted to play in LA, so you're not going to be playing for nobody.
The Pistons trade was legit and real. They already put an offer on the table to get him, and the talks got real solid. And then Rich Paul told him to go take surgery because the Piston trade was solid and solidified on the table.
Wow.
It was supposed to be Jaden Ivey, I believe Bogdanovich. Who was the third young player? Another young player. Oh no, yeah, they want to get rid of their first round draft pick this year, the twin, Osur Thompson, a few picks, and get Zach LaVine. The Bulls wanted young talent and draft picks.
As a Detroit Piston, how does that make you feel?
I didn't want him because the contract's too big and he hasn't proven anything. I'd rather keep the young guys and let them build up.
You was good for me to have him though. I didn't.
But he got a support system. He got veterans. He got young bucks around him in Detroit. It's going to be a worse situation he might as well stay in Chicago, then go to Detroit. If he goes to LA, you got AD and LeBron.
For how long though?
Well, we don't know about LeBron, but AD's going to be there. Now that can work, Zach and AD, and then you still got, I don't know what they'd have to give up to get Zach. Would it be, what's his name, D'Lo or
D'Lo, yep.
Rui or something? But Zach is star power. He is LA lights and shining, and working with LeBron and AD, I see there's more of a fit in. Is a winning culture more than going from a subpar culture to a losing culture with young guys that still got to develop. It didn't make sense.
Did you see ESPN's top 10 all-time players of the NBA? What's your reaction to this? This is bogus to me. Don't even get me started.
You saying it.
This is really bogus to me, bro. So many ways, but
I know that the Bill Russell part. I think they heard me on my show. Like he's on the list because of what he's done legacy wise. He's a very important figure. We had a discussion about Jordan's legacy as well. The reason why he's high up on the list as well. He's kind of the new generation change of everything for the league. That's why he's so high and revered. As far as everybody else, I could see an argument for everybody. I heard you say Timmy and Kobe and Larry. Larry's higher up on the list because of them 3 MVPs. He's got 3 MVPs and he got 3 championships.
Are you putting Larry? Listen. Are you putting Larry Bird above Kobe Bryant?
Me personally, no.
You've watched
I watched
both of these guys play. Hank, let's be real, bro. Is Larry Bird better than Kobe?
I like Kobe better, but I understand the resume, and it was shorter than Kobe's. He did a lot in those 11, 12 years. And that's why he's so high up. And of course, it's Boston. The championships he brought to the table. That's why they got him higher up.
It's LA. What about the championships Kobe brought? Kobe has 5. Larry has 3. Yeah. What resume does Larry have that supersedes Kobe? He was a better defender than Larry Bird. He didn't have the individual MVPs that Larry Bird did. He wasn't as an efficient shooter as Larry Bird. He wasn't always the best player on his team. I'll give you that. But even still, I mean,
and then Larry's another one that's a legacy guy too. Him and Magic, they changed the league. They were very needed for the NBA. So that's why they're higher up on the list as well.
I give him a lot of credit for that, alongside Magic. Larry Bird could have not changed the culture of basketball in 1979, 1980?
1980, yeah.
He could have not changed the culture of basketball the way it was done by himself. That was a mandatory, I hate to make it a race thing, but that was a black and white that was needed. Like that was really what made it work. Kobe, to me, Mamba mentality, this culture, that's solo. Kobe brought that into the fold. That's how I'm looking at it. And then not only that, what about the global look that the NBA has now? I credit a lot of the global brand that the NBA has to Kobe Bryant more than a Magic and a Bird and even Jordan.
No, they're part of it. The Dream Team. The Dream Team opened up the international doors.
Yeah, but to me, when you look at like China and the battles that Kobe had with Yao Ming and just like, I don't know, like China is huge. China loved Kobe.
He pushed it further, but the original that made all the other countries really want to be in the league, the Dream Team. If you go hear some of those younger players talk about it, not young, for past generation, they always say the Dream Team, the Dream Team.
Right. But what about Kobe and Timmy? What are we doing with Kobe and Timmy? I got Kobe over Timmy, bro.
I feel like Timmy need to be in that room, that GOAT room. People forgetting about him because he's had a solid career. I know I heard you say about that system. Timmy would have been great anywhere he went. Everybody was trying to get Timmy. Timmy was a top player coming out of college.
I'm not
Boston tried to tank and missed out to get him.
the upside of Tim Duncan out of Wake Forest. I'm never going to deny. I'm never going to deny how good of a player he is. But are you going to tell me that he would have had just in timing is everything. So I don't expect him to go play on other teams and still get 4 or 5 championships.
Right.
But you got to be remotely close. You mean to tell me if Tim Duncan did not remain in that San Antonio system throughout his whole career, he would have had a similar resume when it was all said and done?
I still think
I don't believe that.
chips. I still think he getting 2 chips. Maybe not 5, but he getting 2. He is
that ain't enough to me then. That to me, that wouldn't be enough. If we have a guy that we are considering a first ballot Hall of Famer, part of a dynasty, the dynasty which was defined by 4 or 5 championships, like that to me made up Tim Duncan. If you're going to split that in half,
I don't think it's going to be. I think the championships will. I believe his individual stuff would be bigger. His points per game would be big. He probably have a scoring championship, more scoring champion. His defensive players of the year would be more. He came into a very good system with San Antonio. You come to play with David Robinson. That's crazy. I mean, he was in the tail end of his prime. We know that, but then getting that youth infusion to him made him younger. He's like, oh, I got this young fella. They went ahead and tore up a couple championships.
If he was to win 3 to 4 in the manner that LeBron and Michael won, like take over and won on his own team. If he was the one 3 to 4 in his career outside of the San Antonio system, then I think you could compare it to the resume of the San Antonio Spurs. 2 of them, I don't think would be enough. Even if he won both of them in magnificent fashion, even if he got MVPs in the regular season for both seasons, regular and finals MVP, I don't think 2 is enough. 3 to 4 in a I'm that guy that got it done fashion may add up, but I still put Kobe above Tim, bro.
But Timmy's in the room. That's my conversation. Like, think about it. Kobe could have went to Charlotte. That was the team he was slated to go to. You think he got 5 championships in Charlotte? He probably gets 1 outside of that Lakers culture, but not 5, not in Charlotte. So it's all about, destination, and they both went to pretty good organizations.
Hank, who are the 3 most underrated players here on this visual to you?
Wow. All righty. Well, let me see.
I'm going to give you my 3. We may have the same 3. The most underrated players, I feel like Sabonis is definitely underrated. The way he got snubbed in the All-Star game was terrible. De'Aaron Fox, if you look at how they treating him, I would say he is one. Both guys from Sacramento. Right. And you might not agree with me, but what's his name? Baines from Memphis.
Baines, yeah, he developed it real good, yeah.
Big time shooter that I think a lot of people don't give credit for because of the lackluster performance that Memphis has as a whole and just the whole Ja Morant effect. But them guys to me are the 3 most.
They're coming back a little bit this year too. I'm shocked.
They're trying. I don't know why. Yeah. D Money in the building. What's up, gang?
All right. What's up? What's going on? Hey man, A7, bro. Let me
do wrong today.
Let me holler at you real quick, son.
It's Sunday.
Let me holler at you, son.
Talk to me nice.
don't disrespect Tim Duncan. Like he could have left. He could have left college whenever he wanted to, dog. Like that's how skilled he was.
He was good.
When he got to the league, he pissed off everybody he played against because he couldn't stop him. And it was regular fundamental stuff that he did, and nobody could stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing that and he was good defensively too. He was good all around. The system honestly doesn't work if he's not there. Let's be real.
I don't debate that. I don't debate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Popovich, peas in the pot. I don't debate that.
Well,
but even D Money, you're gonna sit up here and lie to me lie to my audience, lie to the American public, lie to the NBA community, and sit up here and tell us that Tim Duncan would have had a similar resume overall if he wouldn't have been in San Antonio?
Yes.
No
That's how
way.
good he was. We're not doing
He was not.
this. We're not doing this.
Yeah, I told him maybe not 5 rings, but all his personal accomplishments will go up.
Change.
No, I don't
Skills
have
don't
expectations
change
of that
you
because
go.
I don't have expectations of him having 5 because those 5, like look what he had: Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
David
Like
Robinson,
it was a lot. Yeah, David Robinson. But
Avery
you
Johnson.
said 2. I'm like, that's more than half. That's not acceptable.
Well, you can't
enough.
guarantee 5. That's not fair when you're going, because that system. I mean, we came into that. You had David Robinson, you had Avery Johnson, you had Sean Elliott, you had guys that were solid on that team. Bruce Bowen. You're not gonna go anywhere else and have that. Is very rare, especially with Boston was trash. If they would have
at least
his resume,
he has at least 2.
Yeah,
his resume entails 5 championships. Tim Duncan is identified as an NBA great, and when you look at championships, it's 5. That's what he's considered at. He
put a graph
5,
back up so we could be on the same graph too when you're talking about Timmy.
Which one did I have? What was this?
Yeah.
ESPN's top 10 list. So again, there's no way. You can't even give me a team that Tim Duncan.
Think about this. He was almost going to go to Orlando. So imagine if he got drafted somewhere. He was going to have Grant Hill and T-Mac. Imagine how many players would have wanted to go to wherever he was drafted to, whether it was Boston, Minnesota. Well, it wouldn't be Minnesota, but whatever was at the top of that list during that time, they would have went to go play with Timmy for sure.
What was the reality?
I'm sure
Grant
Phoenix
Hill career.
I'm sure Phoenix wish they would have had him when they went up against him. I'm sure they wish they would have had him.
Him and Stoudemire together?
Yeah, bro.
Tim Duncan and Amari Stoudemire would have brought you a championship.
Yes. And you got Steve Nash
and Joe Johnson.
Bro, we had Steve Nash with Shaq and Kobe and Karl Malone. I mean, with Kobe and Dwight Howard, it didn't work.
That was the end of his career, though. You know that. That was the very tail, and he had no juice left.
Man, y'all.
I'm sure AI is crazy. Look, I'm sure AI wish he had Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was at the top of that list? That draft, what was it, 97? I'll look it up real quick. The 97 NBA draft. Or 90, was it 98? Gotta be 98 or 99.
I don't know, man.
Oh, and also too, hey man, I feel like you can look up certain people, but when you go somewhere like the Olympic team, right? Just strictly the Olympic team, and for that to happen to that team, and it took Kobe coming to that team and sunned everybody, you know what I'm saying? And to do what they did, and they said they could not have done what they had done without Kobe,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I gotta put him over LeBron, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
Oh, he already stopped quiet.
Yo, because I'm sitting there listening to D Money. I'm like, wait a minute, where is he going with this? Because it sounds like it's about to be some damn shade. So you're telling me the intangibles that Kobe brought to the Redeem team is the reason that you would put him over LeBron James?
Intangibles matter, man. I understand you guys like passing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody passes, though.
No. But I respect what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
If and only if they wasn't playing against each other in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was putting belt to Kobe's ass. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, okay, Kobe, if you can tell us as an Olympic team how to get over the hump, why you can't do it versus me when we locking in 2 times a year? So that's the only thing I would disagree when it comes to that. Yes, Kobe definitely, I would agree, is the reason that, his intangibles, his mentality is definitely the asset in them guys winning that gold medal. But these are also the same guys that he played with 2-4 times a season. And that was LeBron's time. So you're
gonna need BA on this one. Go ahead.
BA don't want this. BA don't want this.
Hey, I found it too. So Timmy was number 1 San Antonio. He could have got drafted by Philly, Boston, Vancouver, Denver, Boston again, and New Jersey. Top 7 picks.
Oh, been crazy.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Well, hold on. Let me do this. Give me them names again. Give me them teams again.
So San Antonio number 1, Philly number
Spurs,
2, Boston number 3.
Hold on. All right. Spurs, Sixers, Celtics,
Vancouver, which is Memphis now. Denver,
Nuggets. We'll leave it there. Hold on.
and Boston again, number 6. They tried to get him so bad. You can see it. And that's the year Chauncey Billups got traded. Number 3 pick.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Boston would have got him, bro. That just would have been crazy.
And Ron Mercer, maybe they got Chauncey at number 6 instead of number 3, and then Chauncey and him together.
Yeah, dog.
Tracy McGrady was in this draft too.
Y'all are tripping. Hold on.
I remember Brevin Knight. I remember him.
Y'all are bugging.
Anthony Parker. Ain't that Candace Parker's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Maurice Taylor. Ooh-wee.
So, okay, Tim Duncan. Let's say he did not go to the San Antonio Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
He won 5 rings in San Antonio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Philly, who, I don't know why my shit blinking like that, but who the hell Philly done had over these years that would have helped Tim Duncan get
Allen
2 championships?
Iverson. He was 96 draft.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm just taking notes, bro. Don't kill
Allen
me. I'm just taking
Iverson.
notes.
You don't think he would have
You
won a
think
chip
Iverson?
with
Okay.
Tim Duncan? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. He got
Okay,
there
that's
without
your
him.
only name. Is that your only
that
name?
pick and roll.
Stackhouse
that
was on that
pick and roll
team
would've been
too.
Crazy. That pick and roll would have been nuts.
Wow. Okay, those are the only guys.
I'm trying to think who else was on that squad. I know Iverson and Stackhouse played together.
That squad is not
Derek
gonna
Coleman.
win
Wasn't
you-
Derek Coleman on there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that
And-
squad.
Andre Iguodala comes after AI.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Can
Yeah.
Iggy and Tim Duncan win you a championship? I want you to go through the whole tenure of the Philadelphia organization
Lou
throughout
Williams.
Tim Duncan's career.
Lou Williams.
Yeah.
You think Lou
Lemon Pepper.
Williams?
Lemon Pepper.
You think Lou Williams and Tim Duncan could have won a
Lemon
championship?
Pepper is a Hall of Famer.
Duncan is that
So
great.
what? It's easy to win the Hall of Fame.
Lemon
Skip Bayless
Pepper.
about to be a Hall of Fame in the NBA.
Lemon Pepper
All right.
Lou.
What about the Celtics? What about the Celtics?
I mean, pick, man, you pick
They had Chauncey Billups. They did have Chauncey Billups.
Lopez,
Rajon Rondo. You know what I'm saying? Rondo with
Kendrick Perkins.
Duncan.
Rajon, Chauncey. Didn't Chauncey play for Boston?
Yeah, that's the same draft.
Ray Allen.
He got traded the same year. That's crazy.
Antoine Walker.
Yep, Antoine.
That's enough. That's enough. That's quite more. That's enough. The Grizzlies. Ja.
Well, that's two. That's too
That's too
late.
recent.
He wouldn't have played with him. Maybe the last.
He would have been
season,
playing
maybe.
with
Paul Gasol.
Paul Gasol. Well, yeah, he would have been playing with Paul. They probably wouldn't have drafted Mark because they wouldn't have needed him.
Dang, what is his name?
So, bald-headed black guy. Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your name? The other Gasol was on there too.
yeah. Point guard.
So, all right, what about the Nuggets? Nobody, right? Nobody in the Nuggets franchise could have helped Tim Duncan win championships.
Melo.
I'm trying. You going fast? I'm trying to get you some players.
Melo. Hello. I don't need to put
That's
nobody
it.
else.
Chauncey.
Yeah, you could put Chauncey.
Oh, you
but,
had the Matrix on the Grizzlies. Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
Yeah.
You had George Lynch. You had Anthony Peeler. Big Country
bro,
Reeves.
Come on, bro. Come on, Hank. What are you doing? Sir, what are you doing? You know these dudes ain't winning no championship.
What's the name of that point guard?
I'm talking about guys who you could plug in instead of the Kawhis, the Manus, and Tony Parkers. The guys that you could put in those positions on these teams.
But Sharif could do it. Sharif was a defender.
Sharif and Tim Duncan is not going to be enough for Memphis to win a championship. We know in Vancouver. Like that, you know that's
George
during
Lynch,
that time
George Lynch
to face what Tim Duncan was facing. What years did Tim Duncan play? Can I get that?
I'm gonna say 97 to about 2010.
20 no, remember
he
played against the Heat in 2014 in the finals. So what 2015, 2014, 2015?
I'm looking it up now.
I think Duncan retired in 2015.
Played a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 2015, 2016.
Okay, 2016. So from 97 to 2016. And the expectation of this conversation is that he gets half the titles. Because I can't debate and argue that Hank say that his individual accolades probably could be improved. Okay, cool.
Okay. With the Grizzlies, it may have to be an uphill battle, right?
Yeah,
but he getting 2 with the Sixers. He getting about 3 with the Celtics, if not more. And he getting 2 with Melo. What are we doing?
Yeah, and
he's winning with Boston. He's winning with Boston, and that's it. He's not winning with no other team. He's not winning one championship with no other team.
Oh, Denver put LaFonso Ellis on that squad.
Oh my goodness.
With the Nuggets.
Bobby Jackson.
With the Nuggets.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me do that real quick because let me take out Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
Who? LaFonso Ellis. Really?
Bobby Jackson, who was on the teams with the Grizzlies too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
You put Iverson back older. You just trying to discount Iverson?
No, because I had him in the Sixers. You can take
Iverson. Iverson was an Iverson with the Nuggets.
Yeah,
bro.
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Young play with LeBron. Who made LeBron mad because he called a timeout?
Who?
Oh, J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
Of course.
He played in the time of Tim Duncan.
Yes. That was the that was a J.R. Smith with the crossovers before LeBron made him a spot up shooter. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let's get down to business. This is ridiculous. Boston in reality is the only realistic shot Tim Duncan has of joining a team and having a similar career, bro.
But you gotta look at the order of players in there. KG and Ray Allen wouldn't be there. Paul Pierce would have came with Antoine Walker, so that would have been early.
Wait a minute. Slow down, Hank, because you're moving too fast for me. What do you mean KG and Paul Pierce wouldn't have been there?
Later, I think Paul would have been there. Paul would have been there. KG wouldn't have been
there. Why would
Nathan
Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce not join the Boston Celtics?
Paul Pierce was already there. I'm just saying he was drafted by the Celtics. Timmy would have been drafted. Paul Pierce, I think, was the next year. No, he was the year before. He was 96. So he would have played with Paul Pierce, and then they would have got Antoine Walker. You tell me they couldn't win with those three, and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals against was it Philly or Toronto?
They wouldn't have
Paul Pierce, Tim Duncan, and Antoine Walker.
They wouldn't have needed KG.
They're not beating the Lakers.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
No way.
Why not?
No way.
Why not?
No way.
They gotta tell me why, bro.
Remember, Shaq couldn't stop Timmy either.
No.
That went both ways.
Matter of fact, it pissed Shaq off. It's just
Boston, I like Boston. I like his chances of having a career in Boston. Philly Philly with Iverson and Stackhouse and Lou Williams, he's winning 0 championships with AI. Even in 1990, what was it, 2001?
Put George Lynch on
Iverson,
there,
which was only finals.
The disrespect to Iverson is crazy.
No, it's not no disrespect. Iverson ain't win nothing. What
Think
Iverson
about
win?
it. He won one game against. He won one game against the Lakers. If he had Timmy, how many games you think he would have had? Because Mutombo wasn't scoring.
He'd have won 2. They'd have lost in 6. Okay, big deal. They wouldn't have beat you. You trying to tell? Hold on, because I like what Hank doing. Hank, you telling me that Philly would have had a chance with Tim Duncan in that final round?
Yes. Pressure would have been off. They couldn't double and triple Iverson. Then they got to worry about somebody else that can put the same amount of points that Iverson can. You don't think that makes a difference?
Especially somebody you can't stop scoring.
You know who you have on the other side of the basketball court? You have Shaq and Kobe.
Oh yeah, I know. And they couldn't stop Iverson while they had the defensive pressure on him. Imagine he got Timmy and Iverson.
I would like to go back. I'm gonna go back and see if I was to plug Tim Duncan in that Philly uniform, if I would like that.
Just take Mutombo off.
Y'all tripping. Take Mutombo off, really.
Yeah, okay. That's all you needed. They could have kept. Matter of fact, they didn't have to trade. Who they traded him for? Theo Ratliff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, keep Theo. Let him beat.
He's not winning.
Put Timmy at the power forward. That changes.
He's not winning as a Grizzly.
His job.
You got to remember
he's not winning as a Grizzly. Can we agree with that?
He's not winning where?
With the Grizzlies. He's not winning with the Grizzlies.
He go get to at least the conference finals. He gonna take the.
I can see Twin Towers conference finals. I can see them big guys making to the conference final. I don't know about winning. And if they win, I could get no more than one. He's not winning no more than one.
Get one when Conley gets there. I think he can get one.
Yeah, they had some good point guards, man. There wasn't White Chocolate out there.
Later, like he was. Yeah, later.
Nuggets,
Jason Williams,
Chauncey Mello.
He getting there, bro. Stop. What?
He might get one. He might get one in Denver.
Man, Timmy was that guy, man.
He might.
You don't think if he went to Orlando, even with Grant Hill being hurt, you don't think he'd have won with T-Mac?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You can't.
So you're telling me that T-Mac, the only thing T-Mac was missing from being a champion was a Tim Duncan?
Timmy is a winner.
I thought Tracy McGrady would play his teams were better in Houston. He had a better chance of winning in Houston, and he had to face Kobe, so he really didn't have no chance.
Powell being hurt him. So both of them being hurt.
This is interesting. All right, fellas, let me get up out of here and get my Sunday started, man. I got a watch party going down. We got a freestyle watch party on Player's Choice this afternoon at 2:00. I don't know what the hell we doing, but we're gonna be getting to it.
Yeah, I was looking for you last night. You wasn't on the Laker Watch call. That was Chill Town.
No, I had the we were on right before the Laker stream with Ticket. We had a freestyle party, me and Jalen, from like 6 something to 8, and then I think then Chill Town had the game from 8:30. They was trying to get me come back up, but I had to go get my son. So we're gonna be bullshitting tonight. This afternoon, I think at like 5:00.
5, okay.
Man, football over there. I can swing on by.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in with you and drop the link. Y'all come through. I'll give y'all some VIPs if y'all want to watch. We might watch some games. We might watch some YouTube shit. We today is a freestyle day for our show, so we just gonna be on all types of bullshit.
Got you, bro.
If y'all can pop out, I'll drop the link to y'all and shit.
Appreciate you, big dog.
All right, y'all be safe.
You too.
Peace.